In today's video, we're going to be talking about the most popular things in Grand Theft Auto Online that players just simply don't use or like anymore. So I saw this post on the Grand Theft Auto forum site by a user White Shark, and I thought it was pretty interesting because I can definitely contribute to this list. I'll actually leave the entire thread in the description if you want to take a listen or take a look at it for yourself. And we're going to be reading some of the things that other players have suggested. I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below, and then I'll be saying some of the things that I think are popular, but I don't use or don't like. So the first thing that came up for a lot of players on this list was the Deluxo. And I was kind of shocked about this. I was like, why do people not like the Deluxo? Is it because it's overpowered? Is it because too many people use it? From what I've seen on some of the responses, it's really slow. To use it on a mouse and keyboard is very hard. I can't vouch for that because even when I play on PC, I have a controller, so I really don't know. But apparently the Deluxo is one of those vehicles that players ultimately find that they don't like or they don't really use. I personally like the Deluxo mainly because I like the Back to the Future vibe. That's probably like my top 3 favorite movie series of all time. So that's why I really enjoy it, but I can see why others don't. Another one that appeared on the list, the Armored Kuruma. Now, with this, I saw a lot of people disliking the Armored Kuruma because of how easy it made things. Jobs and heists are too easy. You drive in, you spam an AP pistol or a minigun, drive back and forth, and the NPCs on the inside can't really hit you at all. And because they don't have access to explosives, it does make things super easy. Now, some people will just find that very useful and very effective. Others will find it not much of a challenge at all. And another reason is you might see so many people with them because it is like the first heist vehicle you unlock. So that's another thing as well. Both of these vehicles came up a lot, and I was kind of shocked by that. And that is the Oppressor and the Oppressor Mark II. So clearly Rockstar doesn't feel this way because they added a first one and then they added a second one. But apparently a lot of people do not like the Oppressor and the Oppressor Mark II. And I think this is sort of one that I can actually agree with. Like, most of the vehicles from gun running make sense, like the APC and maybe the Dune FAV. But then you just have the Oppressor, like something that's from a completely different realm, completely different universe. And then Rockstar decided to do a part 2 version in the Oppressor Mark II. So again, I can see why people don't necessarily love those vehicles added. They don't really feel like GTA vehicles. And I also think both of them are very overpowered. That's probably one of the reasons why I could see people not loving those vehicles, is because they are very overpowered to use. I saw this one and I was kind of shocked by it because I hadn't really thought about this in a couple of DLCs. Mark II weapons. There's a lot of people on this thread that do not like the idea of Mark II weapons with, the different ammo, explosive. I don't even know what some of the other ones are, like incendiary, armor proof or armor penetrating or whatever the case is. Mark II weapons, I don't really think about a lot. I just know I upgraded like the ones as soon as gun running came out and as soon as the Doomsday Heist came out, but it's not something I pay attention to. So I can understand that as well. And are Mark II weapons like actually popular? Like, I always had just assumed it was kind of like the sniper rifle with the explosive ammo was maybe like one of the better ones, maybe like one of the night vision scopes or something like that. But other than that, I really don't pay attention all that much to the Mark II weapons. But apparently they're a big deal and some people might not like them. I don't know why Rockstar have just not added, new weapons into the game and have always consistently wanted to do the Mark II weapons. That's always been a little bit confusing to me. Getting into some accessories or a clothing item, I guess you could say, the Rebreather. And I actually agree with this one. I don't understand like the popularity of the Rebreather, not only as a cosmetic item, but also as an effective item. Let's talk about it in terms of its effectiveness. Rockstar have added scuba suits into the game, which is more effective than the Rebreather. They've added vehicles like the Stromberg, and the Kraken is free for most people. So if you really want to explore underwater, you can do that. And as far as it being like a cosmetic thing, I don't get it. I don't know why that seems to be like the tryhard or griefer nose accessory of choice, but it is. Like, you always see that on a character. So yeah, I don't understand the obsession with the Rebreather. I do not know why people are always super interested in wearing those. And you look ridiculous when you're not in the water and you have a rebreather on your face. So that's one I don't really understand. Another very popular item that apparently a lot of players don't like, I totally can back this one as well. That is the orbital cannon. I've stated in so many videos that I think the orbital cannon is overpowered. I feel like it's Rockstar just handing griefers another tool that they can use. And yes, it costs money, but at the end of the day, so many people have modded cache or don't care, or they can do glitches to get around that. So definitely the orbital cannon is one of those things that either people don't use, like myself, I never use it, and I don't like it. I feel like it just ruins free mode in a lot of ways. I wouldn't have thought about this if someone hadn't have said it, but tattoos and face paints. So as far as face paints go, I'm never using that. I think the last time I did anything with a face paint in online was probably last Halloween. And the last time I even looked at tattoos was, probably one of my spending spree videos when a DLC came out just to check if there was any new ones. I never go in the tattoo parlor, and I'm never going into the haircut place to modify face paint. It's just something that I never do. I saw this one and it was kind of shocking, but the Ocelot Pariah. So apparently people don't want to use the Pariah because it's been misbranded. Like it should have been a Grotti or a Debauchee vehicle instead of Ocelot, because it doesn't really have all that many Jaguar influences, and because it's overpowered. A lot of people say it has ruined the sports class, and to a degree, I will agree. Because if you do a sports race right now, if you're not using a Pariah, you're going to lose. Like, it's just a vehicle you need to have if you want to be competitive. And what's crazy is it's even competitive amongst the supercars. So I don't know why Rockstar never opted to put this vehicle in the supercar class, because it would have fit really well there. It still looks like a supercar. It would perform like a supercar. So I'm just a little bit confused as to why Rockstar did not either upgrade or change. We saw them do that with the Jester Classic, but they did not do that with the Pariah. There's a lot of vehicles on here that people call like the meme vehicles of online that players will just not touch. So like the Shotaro and the Scramjet and the Ruiner 2000 and things that almost seem like they're from a different world, like they don't really fit into GTA 5. I see a lot of people not using those because it almost makes the game feel like, maybe something like Saints Row or a game that is not GTA. So I can understand that to a degree, and I agree with some of that, but I really enjoy some, so it'd kind of be tough for me to really split hairs between some of those vehicles. I really agree with this one, ballistic equipment. So they added this in the gun running update, I think. It's the Juggernaut suit. Like, apparently this is very popular. I have used it literally once, and it is terrible. Like, you might as well use Bull Shark testosterone because that thing is awful. Like, I have no idea why people want to use the ballistic equipment. Not only does it have to drop from the sky, it's like $500,000. It's just not good. I could go on and on and on about it, but it's not a thing that I would ever really use in GTA Online. Now, to give you my one big one that I just don't understand that I think is popular, to me, that's the weaponized Tampa. I don't know if it's like the mortars on the back or if it's the machine guns. Players really like this vehicle, and I don't. Like, I feel like the Tampa was such a really good car, and the weaponized version was just not great. And it was always the vehicle that I was like super looking forward to in gun running. And when I got it, it was just kind of meh for me. So that's really my answer right there. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are some things, whether it be clothing, weapons, cars, vehicles, items in online that are popular but you don't use or that players don't like? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. If you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.